Here's what happened this week in North Carolina politics. This one's going to be fun. This week was the official milk chugging contest at our state legislature. This is a real thing. It's sponsored by the North Carolina Dairy Producers Association. Once a year, a bunch of our state lawmakers chug milk. Yum. So that's all fine and good, but nothing is happening inside that building on a budget for the state of North Carolina. See, the state's fiscal year ends on June 30th, 10 days from today, but there's still no operating budget for next year because those guys have not been able to figure one out. Don't worry, they're hard at work on this though. Now, this budget standoff is not because Republicans and Democrats can't agree. Republicans hold majority control of both chambers of the legislature, and they can't agree amongst themselves what the state should spend money on. This week, Republican leaders of the state Senate and the state House basically agreed that their intra-party negotiations are gridlocked and going nowhere. Now, this is not super uncommon. We've gotten used to these guys never meeting deadlines. But what's different this year is just how far apart House and Senate Republicans still are. Just one example here, barely 2 years ago, Republican leaders forked over $500 million taxpayer dollars to this thing called NC Innovation, which is sort of a public-private venture capital fund run by a consortium of banks and pharma companies. We've covered it before. Now, House Republicans want to take all that money back, and Senate Republicans are saying, no. $500 million? It's kind of a lot of money. Now, if these guys just can't agree on anything and we don't have a budget, then what happens is all funding levels are flatlined from last year. But that would mean that there's no action on teacher pay, no action on DMV staffing, or a lot of other stuff that people are hoping for. Some good news. Attorney General Jeff Jackson announced a massive settlement this week against Purdue Pharma and the Sackler family, who are largely responsible for the opioid epidemic, which has killed 40,000 North Carolinians since 2000 and addicted hundreds of thousands more. Back when he was Attorney General, Josh Stein originally helped put together this case along with a bipartisan group of 54 other states, but Jeff Jackson inherited the case and helped get the thing over the finish line. Under the settlement, Purdue and the Sacklers are going to pay billions of dollars in damages, and North Carolina is going to get a little over $100 million, all of which is earmarked for addiction recovery in affected counties. This week, Fortune magazine revealed that Tim Moore, our Republican former House Speaker and now a U.S. Congressman, has been actively trading millions of dollars worth of stock while in office. Tim Moore is a member of the House Financial Services Committee, where he has access to non-public information around things like tariff announcements, which he has been using to trade stock and make a boatload of money. Which totally tracks for Tim Moore. Stay cool and hydrated out there, try to avoid insider trading, and have a great weekend.